What's up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm doing a pick a card reading and we are looking at your love at first sight story. So instead of what you will perceive when you meet this love of your life, we are going to look at the other person and what they perceive in you upon your meeting. When you guys are getting to know each other, we're going to take a look at your story, see what they're going through and what they perceive in you when you guys first meet each other. So I've got 3 piles for you to choose from today. You can use these 3 stones and sort of see which one you felt drawn to, which one might have the message for you. I'll have the timestamps listed below and you can go directly to your message and I will see you there. Hey pile 1, welcome to your reading. We are going to be taking a look at your love at first sight story and see what it's going to be like when you guys meet for the first time and what your perceptions are going to be, or what this person's perceptions are going to be of you upon your first meeting or right when you guys are getting to know each other. So let's go ahead and start with this other person, your lover. What I'm seeing for them, pile 1, is they are going to be on a journey of self-discovery when they meet you. They are finding their strengths in life. They're trying to find their purpose and their path in life and what path they're supposed to take in this world and as this person. So what I'm seeing for you is that this person might be a little bit younger. They might be in an age where they're still trying to figure out who it is that they are. And when meeting you, they will have gone through a lot of changes recently, or often change up their jobs, their scenery, their whatever it is, change up their look. Something about them has been changing because they're just trying to figure out who it is that they are when they meet you. So that's what I'm seeing, what's going to be going on in this person when you two cross paths. This person might have some Leo energy to them. This could just not necessarily be their astrological sign, but they just sort of have this energy of like being a leader, or they like being looked at, or their hair is really interesting or unique in some way. That's what I'm seeing. So it's like that kind of Leo energy. They may kind of embody that in some way upon when you guys first meet. But really what it's coming down to is that they're looking for their path in life, not really a partner. I don't know. I see them more being more self-focused when you guys meet each other, and they're just trying to figure out who they are. So you guys have an interesting story. What I'm seeing for you is the way this person perceives you when you guys meet each other is interesting. Like, I feel like this person knows your lover. They know that you guys are meant to be together. It seems like they have some sort of intuitive insight into this relationship when you guys meet one another. They just get it. They feel like, I know that this is the person for me. I don't really see how you feel in this scenario. It is really focused on what they perceive in you, but they perceive that you are their person, their ultimate person. That is something that does come up right away for them upon meeting you. What I'm seeing is that what they see in you when they meet you is that you still have some emotional mending to go through, that there's some sort of unfinished business or burden that you hold when they meet you. What I'm seeing is that it seems like there's some unfinished business in your life when they meet you, and it's something that is sort of provokes some emotional pain in you, or it's like a burden that you haven't put to rest entirely yet. And this does affect your relationship with this person, this lover, when you guys meet one another. It doesn't seem to stop them, or they don't necessarily see it as an obstacle. It's just more like something you're going through upon meeting one another. This person perceives in you that they just want to be with you and that they know that they need to or should be with you. It's like they know that you're soulmates. And what I feel for them is that they are very pursuant in this relationship with you. They are offering their love to you almost right away. It seems like they're very straightforward in their feelings, very gentle, very romantic, and very just going for it, really. And I feel some hesitation on your part because of this burden, or because of this sort of pain or this unresolved issue. It's kind of keeping you at arm's length from this person. So it doesn't really stop them, but it does seem like it's sort of stopping you in some way. That's what I'm seeing for upon your first meeting. What I see is that there is friction in this relationship. While it does feel like this person knows you're supposed to be the one for them, there's something that's stopping you when you first meet from being together with one another. It's like there's some outside circumstance that stops you from wanting to pursue a relationship with this person. It's not the person themselves, it's something else that's happening that makes you wary, that makes the whole situation sort of something to tiptoe around in some way. That's what I'm seeing. So there is some sort of friction in this relationship. It could be a third party situation. It could be something, there's just some sort of unresolved issue that is taking a hand in the relationship with this person upon your meeting with one another. So it does sort of take time to build up this relationship. When this person meets you, Pile 1, all they're doing is just daydreaming about their lives with you. That's really what I see. I feel like this person suddenly has this whole new idea of what's possible open up for them, and they just sort of daydream about what your lives together could be like. That's really what I'm seeing. I feel like for them, they are just looking into the future. Like, I know that this is the right person, and I just want to daydream about what it is that we could experience together. It's really sweet. And what I'm also seeing is that they really perceive in you a reflection of themselves. They see so much of themselves in you. It really feels like the two of you are soulmates, and maybe possibly even like that twin flame energy where it's just you guys come from the same soul stream. So you have a lot of really similar attributes to one another. Not necessarily like you guys are exactly the same. I don't see that, but I am just seeing that there's this beautiful balance that exists within you, and that they really see in you just a part of their soul. Like, that's really what I feel. It's like you've been together before lifetimes, and it clicked in them when they saw you, that you were the one, and that you were going to go on this journey again to one another, with one another. That's really what I'm seeing for you. It's really, really sweet. I'm also seeing the way this person perceives you, this ultimate love, when they meet you, what they perceive in you is a lot of wisdom. They do see that you're somebody who's very smart, or not just like a book smart or an academic smart. It's like you have this ancestral wisdom, this kind of wisdom that can't be taught. It's just more innate and within you, and they perceive that and they value it. And I think it really intrigues them when they do meet you. I'm also seeing that this person becomes braver when they meet you. I feel like this person maybe does some things out of the ordinary when they first meet you. They kind of maybe just take actions or say things or do things that they wouldn't normally or haven't ever done before. But it's just like you give them some sort of sense of bravery, and they feel ready to stand up to obstacles, to life, and they feel like they're ready to just take action in some way. It's very courageous. That's what I'm feeling. They just have this sort of courageous energy that's built up in them when they meet you. It's like you don't do anything to provoke that, but it's just the chemistry of what's created between the two of you makes them braver, makes them ready to stand up to life in a more straightforward way. Also, what I feel that they see in you is there's this card servant, and what I'm feeling for this is that you guys actually may work in some sort of service industry when you meet one another, and that's why they perceive you with this energy. Otherwise, what I'm seeing is that if that's not the case, that you are somebody who just gives wholeheartedly. You're somebody who's in service to humanity in some way. And whether this reflects in your job or not, it's just kind of like they see in you somebody who really does care about other people, somebody who wants to serve others in a very genuine way. They also perceive in you that you're kind of a visionary. I see this in two ways. It's kind of like maybe you just have a vision of where the world kind of needs to go, and you take action in that. Maybe it's like the way your diet looks. You're sort of like you're a vegetarian or a vegan, or you make certain life choices that you're like are for the good or betterment of others, whatever that is, that's what I'm seeing. It's like this kind of visionary, like you see long term, and they respect that about you. They respect that you care about those things and make those choices for yourself and for the good, the good of everybody. I'm also seeing that they also see you as somebody who is a bit of a rescuer, and it comes from you having such a good and open heart and wanting to be of service. But sometimes I think that they perceive in you that can be taken advantage of just a little bit, and the way that you are trying to rescue people around you that really you can't, that it's not up to you, but you just have such an empathetic, bleeding heart that you will do what you can, maybe even to the detriment of yourself. That's kind of what I'm perceiving. And this also may have to do with this burden that you carry when they meet you. It seems like this burden that you hold is in regards to you trying to rescue someone or something along those lines that really is out of your control, but you haven't come to terms with that upon meeting one another. And it's like this person sort of helps you end that cycle, and whatever that cycle of burden is that you're holding, this person sort of perpetuates the healing of all that, the end of all that, and lets you move on from it. The meeting of you two lets you move on from it. I'm also seeing that aside from this person just knowing that you're the one when they meet you, I really feel that this person wants to spend a lot of time with you, kind of like partying, basically. The reason why I'm seeing like restaurants is with this servant card and with this festival energy. It's like either they want to go out with you, do things with you, go to parties with you, whatever it is, they want to spend time, they want to celebrate with you, they want to have fun with you, or that's just part of what you're meeting when you guys get to know each other and involves. It's just like this kind of going out sort of energy. And I'm also seeing that you really bring out in this person their love of luxury, and they see you and they feel like you're a luxurious person. They feel luxury around you, and it's like this existed in them, and it's kind of like being pulled out of them upon the meeting with you. It's like they just are suddenly more indulgent in things that maybe they hadn't been indulgent in before. A lot of what your energy is together when you meet one another and as you get your relationship started, it's going to be one of building. It really is going to be one of laying solid, strong foundations with one another and really focusing on like building your assets or building money or building foundations together. That's what I kind of see for you guys. It's like figuring out your jobs, your work life. It's like you guys kind of meet in this energy of when you're both really figuring each other out or figuring yourselves out. And then you meet and it's like you go on that journey together with one another. So that's really what I'm seeing for pile 1. I hope that you guys enjoyed your reading, and I'll see you in the next one. Hey pile 2, welcome to your reading. Let's go ahead and get started and see how your person will perceive you at first, your love at first sight story. So what I'm seeing for you, pile 2, this person when they meet you is really full of passion. They're full of passion for you, and they're full of passion for life. They're just really open and willing to take risks and chances that maybe you aren't. What I'm seeing is that this person, when they meet you, they are really open and ready for love. I really feel like they're just very much have their heart open and are ready to take on a relationship. They're ready to be with you, be with whoever it is that's meant for them. And again, like I said, I do see this passion that burns within them and really motivates a lot of what they do. It's kind of like a young energy, I feel. Not that this person will be young in age, but just young at heart. And that's what I'm seeing. So when they meet you, what I'm seeing is that in you, they perceive somebody who's a lot more reserved. You are somebody who I feel has been through some pain, has been through experiences that were hard for you to recover from, or took a lot of emotional tax on you. And what I'm seeing is that there may be some stagnancy in your life upon this meeting. They see in you somebody who hasn't really let go of pain, and so therefore is a little bit more stuck in where they're at, stuck in their ways, and maybe just not quite as open as they are. What I am seeing is that you will be working on building your resources when this person meets you. You will be in a place where you have a lot of ideas and you're just starting to really bring them to life, really bring them into fruition. And you're just at the beginning stages of something where you have ideas and you're trying to put them in action, put them into physicality. So what I'm seeing also for you guys, when they meet you, this person, I see that they in you see someone who's very young or childlike. I'm also seeing, okay, so what I feel is that you may be a young person or you have very young features. You're just somebody who looks youthful. What I'm also seeing is that you might have a child. You might have somebody young with you when this person first meets you. So this person, when they meet you, I feel like they really open you up to this idea that there's just more that meets the eye. I feel like you might really have cluttered thinking, or you overthink quite a bit. And it's because of what you've experienced. And it's because of, you know, your wariness to just jump headfirst into life. So you kind of have a lot to think about, or it's like you have a lot of responsibilities in your life that you can't just let fall away. So this person sees in you somebody who they feel like they can really open you up to life. They feel like they could really show you that there's so much more, and that in the universe and the galaxy and the way it works. And it's just kind of like they put more in your mind than you had ever considered prior to them. They open you up to the possibilities that are limitless and endless and miraculous. And I feel like that's kind of their youthfulness coming in and opening up for you a different perception of life. It's really nice. So I'm seeing that on one hand, while you may be more preoccupied with life responsibilities, there's somebody who doesn't have that many responsibilities or feels like they just can navigate through them in a more happy-go-lucky way. And it's like they come in, they see that you're sort of weighed down by burdens, and they want to help you. They want to help you see life from a new perspective and sort of breathe some youth back into you. So what I'm seeing for you guys is that your meeting requires a lot of patience. Similar to pile one, what I'm seeing is that I feel like this person's much more ready to jump at the opportunity to be together. And you're just somebody who's kind of like, let's take our time with this. Let's be more patient and think this through, because I've got a lot of people or situations or things that rely on me, and I just can't dive headfirst into something. That's kind of what I see in this scenario. And I'm feeling like you may be more earthy. I do feel like more of an earth type of energy for you. Even if that's not your sign, I just feel like you embody that element a little bit more, and just a little bit more slower moving. So they see that in you. And I see that upon your meeting, it's like big changes begin to happen within you. I really feel like it really changes you and makes you think about the world differently than you ever have before. It makes you think about life differently than you ever have before. What I'm also seeing is that you are somebody, in this person's eyes, you have a lot of abundance, or you're building a lot of abundance, and you're somebody who's just sturdy and reliable. And again, this kind of earth energy where you have material wealth, or you're focused on building material wealth because you have people or things or situations, like, again, that are relying on you. So you're more focused on bringing this wealth to fruition and having abundance and all of those earthly elements in life. And they just see that in you. And I feel like they're just more passion driven, and you're just a little bit more goal oriented, or, driven by obtaining resources, and so that you can feel safe, so that you can feel comfortable. That's kind of what I'm seeing. And I do feel that they will also help you bring more money into your life. I feel like while you're focused on that prior to your meeting, and when this person comes in, they see this in you, it's something about your meeting that actually might help you even bring more of that into your life. But they perceive in you somebody who has that at the forefront of their mind, somebody who's really focused on building their wealth for themselves, for their family, whatever it is. I'm seeing that in you, they see somebody who's very balanced or who seeks balance. It seems like you're somebody who, in their eyes, really does care about righteousness, really does care about balancing the scales of justice. It's like very Libra energy. So while you're kind of focused on the earth element, you in your heart and your soul, you're more focused in balancing yourself. And it feels like it may come from even the pain you felt before. It's like you're trying to balance this pain, balance your experiences in your life, and really open up new doors for yourself. That's kind of the energy I'm feeling for you. You are somebody who can turn metal into gold. You're somebody who takes a situation or what you have and you turn it into more. That's why this word resources is really coming out into my mind. It's like you're really good at utilizing what you have and like spinning gold with it and turning it into something that's more substantial and has more that can create more than you've had with what you were given. So it's like a really nice energy. I think this person really admires this in you. They admire the fact that you can take seemingly nothing and turn it into abundance, turn it into something. So that's just kind of like this gift you have that really draws this person in and something that they love about you. I'm also seeing for you that you may be somebody who travels a lot, or they want to travel with you. I feel that this person is very expansive and they want to bring you on these journeys. They want to travel with you or go out in nature with you, or just kind of expose you to places in the mind and on the earth that you haven't been to before. That's really what I see. I feel like this person is just kind of wants to bring you out of your shell and into experiencing the world at large. I'm also saying that for you, that you may be somebody who makes or mixes things. I see this in different ways. You could be somebody who's creative, somebody who makes things with their hands. Otherwise, somebody who makes even drinks of sorts, who mixes different, like things like juices or alcohol or whatever it is. You're just somebody who makes things with your hands. You create, you turn one thing into another. And this is energetically, but it's also physically. It seems like you are somebody who's creative and somebody who can mix things into something else and maybe sell it or whatever it is. It's just like you have this energy of alchemist, of temperance that's within you. Someone who's trying to turn one thing into another. And it's part of your abundance. It's part of not just your material abundance, but your inner abundance. And it's a gift that you have that this person recognizes and really loves about you. But ultimately, this person really does want to protect you. I feel like this person wants to really make sure that you are safe, protect you, while they expose you to different parts of the world, of different areas of the mind. I feel like this person is very passionate and young in their heart, but they do have the intention of taking care of you as well, because it seems like you're somebody who's really just taken care of themselves for a long time, and it's like this person comes in and he sees that in you, but they want to offer that to you as well. They want to give you what they can to help you build your resources, to help you feel abundant, to help you go throughout life feeling like you have what you need when you need it. That's really what I'm seeing. So this person is very just well-intentioned and seems quite different from you, but it's like you inspire them in some way. It's really, really nice. So this is what I'm seeing for pile 2. I hope you guys enjoy your reading, and I will see you in the next one. Hey, group 3, welcome to your reading. Let's get started and see your love story. What will your love at first sight be like from your other person's perspective, from their point of view? So let's go ahead and jump right into it. What I'm seeing for you is when this person meets you, what they will be going through is they've been through a lot. It feels like they've really been through kind of stormy seas in their life, and they are kind of feel like touched by an angel when they meet you. It seems like they've been through some difficult things, and it's like you're this person or this angel that enters into their life, and they just kind of feel soft again. They feel like surprised that love could enter into their life again. That's really what I'm seeing. It's really nice. And what I'm feeling for you guys is when they meet you, they will have been going down this path where they thought they were experiencing happiness. They've been through difficult things. They're kind of chugging right along and just sort of like, I think things are okay. I feel like life is okay. And it's like the meeting that you guys have with one another sort of sets them on this whole new mindset of like, have I ever been happy? This is true happiness to me. That's what it feels like. It seems like upon your meeting, suddenly this person is aware that they've never actually been happy until now. And it's like you ignite this passion in them, and they're just ready to completely change directions, change paths than what they've ever experienced until now. And what I'm seeing for you guys is what they perceive in you when they meet you is somebody who's just in charge of their own life. It feels like you're in charge of your own passions, of your own, the way your life is happening. It's like you're just in it. Like you just direct your life with such ease. There's some sort of like boss energy about you, or that maybe you've been kind of going at it alone for a long time too. And they sort of just see in you somebody who just has control of their life in every aspect. You're aware of your passions. You do well in your job. Whatever it is, like you're just aware of who you are, and you're kind of just going through life, and they just see this sort of powerful energy in you, this kind of queen or king energy in you. I'm seeing that when you guys meet one another, a potential of how you might meet is actually through a celebration of sorts. I'm seeing like in a bar setting, like over drinks, or through other people, friends or something like that. It's like some meeting happening with others around, and it kind of like perpetuates the meeting of the two of you, and it's in the context of some sort of celebration or get together, something like that. So that's what I'm seeing is how they perceive you right away. What I'm also seeing for you is that you may, when this person meets you, you may be a little bit later in life. You might be more mature. You might, I'm seeing it like either you've kind of been through relationships, maybe you've been married before, whatever it is, you've kind of experienced a lot by the time that this person meets you. This could be in older age, or it could just be in maturity where you've just experienced a lot and it feels like you're old, And so that's kind of what I'm seeing is this person, when they see you, when they meet you, they see you as somebody very mature. They see you as somebody who's been through phases of life. They see you as somebody who is just more like crone energy, more just somebody who has like been in their relationships, had kids, or whatever it is. It's like you've just been through a lot. That's really what I see is what they perceive in you. What I'm also seeing they perceive in you is somebody who's very religious. I see somebody who is either religious or very spiritual. Your connection with God is important to you, and they see that. They connect with you in that regard right away. They like that that's important to you, and that means something for you, and that you just really value that. I'm also seeing somebody, when they perceive you, they see somebody who is very into their home. So either you could have just moved homes, or you put a lot of energy into your home. Maybe you work from home, or you just have a home that you take a lot of pride in. And what I'm seeing is that that's just part of how they perceive you. They just see that as part of you when you guys first meet. I'm seeing somebody here, the way they perceive you when they meet you is you seem to just really be able to take care of yourself, and they really love that about you. They love that you seem like the type of person where you don't need anybody else. You're kind of just looking for a companion, if you're even looking for anyone at all. And that's kind of what I see is just like you get your nourishment from within. You get your nourishment from God. You're just much more independent than I think anyone that they've known before, and they really value that. I'm seeing somebody that you've been through like a lot, like I've said, and they see you as somebody who trusts themselves, somebody who's been through enough that they know how to protect themselves and they know how to trust their decisions in life. You won't fall for any tricks, right? You're just somebody who is happy if they spend the rest of their life alone, but is also happy if they meet the right person. It just seems like you're somebody who's made peace with their life and is just so strong in the way that you are, that they just admire that about you when they meet you. Your meeting is very unexpected for you or for them, or both of you really. And I just feel that it's like kind of comes out of nowhere, and it really feels to them like you're just such a true companion. Like you're there, you can just rest each other, you can rest their head on you or each other, or whatever it is. Like there's this energy of just being able to confide in one another and to connect with one another really easily. And it's like surprising for both of you that this has happened, right? You were just kind of going along your merry way, and then something just fell into your lap, and it's like both of you are just really cherish the connection with one another and sort of value how unexpected it was in its occurrence. When they see you, they see somebody who you are kind of like an eternal child. Like you do have, as mature as you are, you do have this lightness about you. I feel like you have this determination to remain young in your mind and your spirit and your body, that kind of energy where even though you've been through a lot, you are open for more. You're open to experience life in a way that maybe most people wouldn't be had they gone through the same experiences as you. And I'm also seeing that you may have children as well. I see somebody who might have children, and it's just part of how they perceive you, being like a very protective mother or father. And I'm also seeing that you, in your experiences, have something that maybe still affects you a little bit to this day, even though you have grown past it, or you're not, you're still very open to life. There's something that really, an experience you had in your life that really formed who you are. It was very formative, and it really dictated a lot of where you went in your life, or how you approached your life, I should say. And it seems like maybe you gave too much of yourself at one point in your life, and maybe that's what they perceive in you as they get to know you. Somebody who's so giving, somebody who's so willing to just give themselves to someone that they love to make things work, or to their children, or whoever it is. And they just see that in you when they meet you, when they get to know you. I'm also seeing somebody, with that being said though, somebody who's very strong, someone who's a warrior, someone who's disciplined. You seem like a very disciplined person, very self-sacrificial. Actually, that's kind of the energy that it is more than anything. It's, you have this sort of self-sacrificial energy that they perceive in you. Very Piscean energy, somebody who's a Pisces, somebody who wants to give and give out of the goodness of their heart. So I'm just seeing that this is what they see in you, and they just kind of admire that. They just love that you're somebody who can go through so much yet still want to give to others in a way that is selfless. I'm also seeing for you, again, like it seems like there's an energy with the father that's coming up. So this could be your father, or it could be the father of your children, but it seems like you had to take on that role at some point, where you had to be both mother and father, or you had to deal with issues or experiences that made you look at those relationships. That's kind of what I'm seeing, because it seems like you have a balance of a very masculine, feminine energy, where it's like you're very strong and disciplined and masculine in some ways, and in other ways you're very nurturing, childlike, loving, and self-sacrificial, like a mother. So it's kind of like they perceive both of these energies in you, and that could just be due to your past experiences of whatever it is that you've gone through. You've kind of had to take on both roles at some point in your life. So that's what I'm seeing. I do feel, again, this energy of somebody who you guys meet on like a perfect, like just kind of like the stars just aligned in this perfect night, and it's just like boom, the meeting happens. It seems like really out of the blue. It's like there's just the perfect conditions kind of brewed and put you together on this path with one another. It's like you guys were just going your two separate ways, and then converged into a meeting. And it's sort of like a divine intervention or like a divine meeting in some way. And I feel like they are very grateful for it, and you as well. But it just does, it really does just like evoke a lot of happiness, compassion, ecstasy, and unexpected happiness and love. And it just is like a result of both of you sort of being very fulfilled in yourselves, being very fulfilled in who you are. Even though life might not be perfect, you're just happy with it. And it's like that happiness sort of creates the perfect circumstances to just meet each other and be even happier with one another, despite everything that both of you have been through over a long time. It does seem like you guys may have a very similar story in some ways, or experienced similar things in some way. And then it just kind of led you to now be able to relate to each other in a way that maybe you haven't been able to relate to other people before. So that's what I'm seeing for you, pile 3. I hope you guys enjoy your reading. I'll see you in the next one.